Sup my dudes, Valkyrja. Today I want to do something different. Normally I talk about what's good, what's bad, whatever's in the teens basically. Talk about what potential teams and stuff, and just kind of like trying to help people, guide people along as as far as your investments goes, and try to look out for free to play people. But Yukong's character is so different that I want to talk about her backstory and kind of how she is as a character, because it's very deceptive, and dear God is it dark. I'm talking about like berserk levels dark, like existentialism, stuff like that. They're very core themes to her character, and it's like she brings to the question of long life. With long life and repetition, will you still find joy in the things you find joy in, stuff like that. I want to get into it. So the only way to really know her character, because if you read her voice line, or you go to her voice lines, they are completely different than what her actual character is. I have the game muted, so you won't hear the voice lines, but you can see she's very cordial, very nice, very friendly. She says like she's very happy to talk about what she wants to talk about, etc. And like I said, you guys can't hear the voice lines because I have the volume muted, but just know she's very happy, very friendly, very nice. So now we go into her story. I want to talk about it because it's very interesting. Okay? She has been is gentle yet seasoned and authoritative, just like we see in the voice lines. Having been a pilot since young, she had the commission's head with her outstanding combat achievements. She had become the commission's head with her outstanding combat achievements, yet she no longer flies due to a particularly brutal battle, which you can actually see the battle that retired her if you go to the database, right? You go over to the database and you look at one of the light cones. You go to light cone, go to harmony, past and future. This is the one, and you can see that this is her. If you look, she's clutching onto this with the burn marks on it. And if you check her idle animation 1, which I'll do in a second and show you, you can see everything going on around her. Everything's just burning down, everything's just going crazy. The wings of the paper kite in her hands are broken, brutally reminding her of her beloved's tragic passing. She'll kneel next to the fire of war, eyes full of sorrow. If you are the only one left to do this, then our sacrifice would. Gunfire raged on, painting the sky red without dampening its majesty. She looked up at the sky, eyes full of fury. She lost her husband or whatever. And then, if we go check this, right? Because like I said, we're going to get into everything in a second. We go to here, we go to idle 1. You can't hear what she just said, because once again I had the volume muted, but she said, it's been so long. And she's sitting here staring at it very longingly, obviously reminiscing on her loved ones, reminiscing on the battle, and the brutal battle that she lost everything in. And now we get more into her character, because like I said, this character is dark. Like, she is the most deceptive character I think I've seen in a Hoyo game. See that smile? Yeah, you're not going to be smiling by the end of this. So, we go to part 1. So the Foxians are different from the Sancho natives. They don't have unending lives. They have a lifespan of about 3 centuries, so about 300 years. Therefore, many of us are passionate about enjoying the fun in life, changing the best moments in life with all our heart and soul. She's currently 246 years old, one step in the grave, and have long gone past my days of merriment. And then it talks about how whenever she was a kid, she was a delinquent. She was really, really good at flying star skiffs, so much so that the general hired her and put her to work in the army, essentially. And whenever she was army, she was really, really, really good. So now she's talking about how she's witnessed how Outworlders have aged, how their skin sags, their muscle shrinks, their bones deteriorate. I can understand their envy towards us. I used to think the same way, that we will never grow old, that we will maintain the same appearance of youth. But every time we head out to battle, I always promise my comrades, you just worry about holding onto your weapons. I'll bring you back to the Shinsho, but I broke my promise. After that fateful battle, the one where she lost everything, I returned to the Skyfaring Commission dragging my own damaged body. I can never return. So she lost everything. She abandoned any dreams of returning to the sky. She grew old. So here's another one, story about how the Shinsho native, which they, basically the story of how the abundance and the immortality on the Lufu started, and how they basically now get Mara struck and all that. Perhaps the Outworld is the Shinsho ships, our dream boats of bliss that traverse the ocean of stars, where people will spend their everlasting lifespan in enjoyment of sublime happiness, never knowing the pains and death. However, Sure I am as, here she explains, sure I am as energetic as I was when I was 50 years old. I can drive a starskiff through a valley no wider than 2 yards. I can dance continuously for hours. I can sing. You might find this difficult to believe, but I can sing better than many performing artists in the Exalting Sanctum. Unfortunately, I will not do any of these things again. I do not want to do any of them as they bring me no enjoyment. Not many things do, not anymore. This is our deterioration. This is a deterioration of all Xinjiao natives, excuse me. And then, here's where it gets really dark, right? Kites are mementos of fallen pilots. Take good care of them. So the kite was a memento of her husband, I guess. Let them take off once more in place of those pilots who cannot return to the sky. The kite is burned, and I guess it doesn't fly anymore. So, that's even more depressing. When I crawled out of that burning wreckage of the starship, I saw the sky of that bloodless and emotionless planet untainted by an atmosphere. It was the most beautiful sky I had ever seen, but all I could feel was unbearable sadness. I could only creep on the earth like a blasted ant staring at it with bated breath. In my dream, that was the day I died. I think about it a lot. I think about the past. I've seen dead suns. I've seen sentient planets. I've seen the Rainbow Arbiter's Lux Arrow. I've seen too much. I've seen too many stars. I've seen the demise of too many lives. I've seen the birth of too many beings. I've seen too much. I'm getting old. I think I'm getting old. I will die. My wings are broken. I can't go back. I think I'm old. I can't go back. I think I'll die. My wings are broken. I can't fly. I'm like an ant. I don't think I can fly. I think my wings are broken. I want to go back. I want to go back to the sky. I want to go back. I want to go back to the sky. I want to go back. I awoke from the dream. I want to go back. I want to go back. I want to go back. I need to go back. The sky belongs to me. I crave to return to the skies. I will complete the final flight of my life. Yeah. She basically is very old. She's in the last 50 years of her life. She has no enjoyment in anything anymore. She's done it all. She's seen it all. She's seen everything. She just doesn't have happiness in anything. She is giga depressed and she just wants her life to end. This character's dark, dude. This is the darkest character I think I've seen in a Hoyo game. Now, I haven't played Honkai Impact 3rd, so people will probably tell me there's characters in Honkai Impact 3rd that are very similar to this, similarly dark. But as far as Genshin goes, Holy is nothing close. This is dark. I've only played Genshin, I've only played starrail, and this is the darkest character easily in both of them. She is a very depressing, very existentialism-based character. That's very, like, very aware of their own existence. And she's just giga depressed, wanting to die. This is like... Sheesh! It's heavy. It's a very heavy, like, mature topic. And I was reading this and I was just shocked that they actually made a character based around this. So, that's all I want to make today's video about. I thought this was interesting. I thought it was pretty cool-ish that they would do this, that this character is so mature. Like, very mature, dark themes around her. I do like that stuff. I mean, my favorite manga ever is Berserk, so... I do like mature, dark themes. I do like things like that, and I do think that this is, like, super... This, like, her backstory makes me want to hug her. If she was a real person, I'd just, like, it's okay. It's just, it's sad, it's very depressing, and it's just... I really do hope that we do get more story, like more quests centered around Yukong, because her character is easily one of the most nuanced I've seen so far in the game, and one of the most deep, and I do hope we get a lot more, because she has lived for a very long time, she has a lot of story to her, and she has a lot of character development built, and right now it's kind of unresolved in her own personal story, because she's just giga depressed, and I just want to see her actually smile. Not this little fake smile she puts on for other people. I want to see her actually smile. I feel bad for her. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I don't know. Let me know if you guys find this as dark and depressing as I do. Let me know if you guys know anybody else in the Hoyoverse that competes with this, because this is pretty unique. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.